All right, so we got some good news from Jordan Brand finally, which I feel like some positive news is definitely needed, especially after that Shea 1 drop, how things went down this morning. So as far as this update, it looks like we got some good positive outlooks for a highly anticipated drop, a sequel from Jordan Brand, which when you talk about this news, I'm guessing resellers, scalpers, they're gonna be pretty pissed. So we're gonna be jumping into all of today's latest Jordan Brand updates, kicking things off with an official press release directly from Nike, talking about Jordan Brand opens their first US World of Flight flagship retail experience in the city of Philadelphia. So this is actually gonna be the 6th flagship retail location and the first in an ambitious plan to grow the Jordan Brand retail experience in the US, with additional World of Flight locations planned in key cities across the country. So I wonder which major city is coming next. And by the way, I'm kind of curious, right? I'm located down here in Florida, so just curious to know where you guys are tuned in from. Comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from, and I'm gonna try to get back to everybody. So as far as the grand opening, which I would definitely suggest if you guys are in the area to check out, things are gonna be kicking off coming up October 10th. So just to kind of give you an example of what to expect, the more premium, elevated type of shopping experience. This is an example of the store located in Tokyo, which of course you got all your recent Jordan retro drops, you know, from the Shattered Backboard 1s, White Cement 4s, SB Navy 4s, so some decent pairs there. You're also gonna get a lot of history, a lot of storytelling, memorabilia, just a really cool experience overall. So it's definitely worth your while. This is cool, and I'm just curious to see like what other stores and how fast these locations are gonna pop up, you know, all across the country. Now, another Jordan Brand news, it looks like Z Sneakerheads has confirmed some upcoming 2026 releases, which we did hear previously. First up, we do have the Tour Yellow Air Jordan 4, which it looks like these have loaded on the back end of Nike servers as far as on the release calendar. So this is a cool one, a special one, actually part of the Rare Air series, which not a lot of people are aware of. This one actually dropped back in 2006, so not an OG color, but a new interpretation of a Jordan Brand classic. So back in 06, apparently there was some type of hype, is what they're saying. I can't really tell y'all back in 06, but apparently people were rocking with these, couldn't really get their hands on them. So for Jordan Brand to bring these back, you know, some time afterwards, 20 years afterwards, like, I mean, nobody's mad at this. This is a cool one. A lot of people back then would have some nostalgia for them. Plus, I mean, they're just solid overall, right? So this is another cool release slated to drop next year. We also do have confirmation that the True Blue Air Jordan 3 is also set to return as well, which when you talk about OGs, this one is a true OG, originally dropped back in 88. It's been a little minute, right? So this is actually gonna be, I believe, the 5th time we see Jordan Brand retro these, and being is that it's the last time we saw these, 2016, over 10 years. I feel like it's definitely nice to see these back. So 2 2026 Jordan releases, which people are rocking with, officially confirmed by Z Sneakerheads to drop, which when you talk about these releases, while it's always cool to see retros return, this is one which I wanted to kind of see reimagined. I know not everybody's a fan of the reimagined pairs, but I think it would be kind of cool to see this one get like the pre-age vintage look, but I know I'm gonna get flamed in the comments for that one, right? Now next up, we got a first look at the Air Jordan 40 Heritage, which this is a cool one, which kind of sports that, you know, olive green upper, kind of something that was made famous by, of course, Undefeated and their collaboration. So this is a cool one. Again, we got the AI mannequin giving us the fresh first on-feet look of this one right here, which when you talk about Jordan 40s, what kind of caught my eye about this one is the material change, right? It seems like every drop that we've seen from Jordan Brand with this new model has featured a new different material, and I love it. Like, we're talking about the OG classic pair, which featured that leather upper. Then the next release, you got the blue suede pair, which obviously, you know, is gonna feature that two-tone suede upper. We also did get the dusty pink joints, which featured a more like, kind of like patent leather, almost like a shiny type of leather material. I don't know exactly what to call it, but you guys see them joints are reflecting. You can definitely see the shining of the light on here. So what I'm thinking is that these are cool, and the fact that Jordan Brand has kind of dropped almost like a different type of material on each release, that makes things more intriguing as well. As you guys see, this one kind of features almost like a canvas type of upper, you know, based on the material. And I'm not even gonna lie, like with the color and everything, with the little hits of orange right here, these joints are definitely giving off like Undefeated vibes. Is it kind of crazy to think that maybe this was something that like Jordan Brand had planned, maybe like an Undefeated pair of 40s and then scrapped at the last minute? I don't really know, but just kind of thinking in my head, right? Like, say slap a pair of orange laces on this, call these the Undefeated 40s, and I don't know, maybe people would rock with them. And speaking of Undefeated, It looks like we just got word here that we can expect to see an Air Max 95 Undefeated set to return, actually, or set to drop coming up this holiday. I say return because in the past we actually have seen Undefeated drop a similar theme, but on a pair of Air Max 97. So this was actually back in 2017. So we had the black version. We also had the white pair, which take it back to 2017. This is before Gucci ever officially collabed with any of these sneaker brands. Remember, before like the whole Adidas Gucci collab? This was kind of like Undefeated, you know, putting their spin on things. And this is a model which people rock with back in the day. These sold out on the 97s. You see the Gucci colors with the red and greens. People used to be fixed on this right back in the day until we've actually seen Gucci officially drop sneakers with some of these brands. So when you talk about this theme, translating it over to the Air Max 95, I mean, why not? They're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the 95. We've seen so many different great pairs drop. And as far as these joints right here, big bubble and everything included, but it's kind of crazy because y'all see the bubble? Joints look kind of blacked out. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of these, so let me know what y'all think about these right here. But interesting. Also expected to see a white pair release as well, which it looks like retail on these is gonna be 200 bucks. Keeping things moving, we're gonna get into the big update here for the day, which, yeah, man, these Zions, bro. Ever since we heard about these, people have been excited. The follow-up to the original pair, which I want to say, when did them last Zions drop? Was it 2018? I think it was 2018. So as far as this pair, this is interesting, right? Because when you talk about these Jordan brand athletes, we've seen Chris Paul get his own Jordan 1 low. We've seen Jason Tatum get his own pair of Jordan 1 lows. Plus, MJ, the GOAT himself, is always seen rocking a pair of Jordan 1 lows. So it's kind of interesting that they're giving these players that had their own signature models, you know, a complimentary pair of Air Force One or Jordan 1 lows. And when you talk about these Zions, when those dropped back in the day, it was one which kind of crept up in value, kind of skyrocketed out of nowhere. So as far as the sequel, I think resellers were drooling at the mouth at a chance to, you know, be able to scalp these and flip them to you. But turns out these joints are loading up at a lot of different retail locations. We've seen Chic. We got Champs loading up pairs as well. And on top of that, you got JD Sports loading up pairs as well, which kind of leads a lot of people to believe that this sneaker, you know, is a massive general release, which is great because if you were a fan of this shoe, if you struck out on the first pair, it looks like things could be hopeful as far as this release. Now, remember, I said hopeful because at the end of the day, you know, resellers, they're going to resell. So let's go ahead and see what the comment section is talking about. This dude put, these will tank so hard. This dude put, love it. Hey, I love it too. Matt M said, should be an easy cop. I don't know about that, bro. This dude put a friggin' man. Hot Sauce talking about, interesting. I saw multiple shoe tubers last night saying stock was crazy low and these would be a very difficult cop. Wait, what? Shoe tubers talking about these are going to be a difficult cop. How if they're dropping at all these different locations? That doesn't make sense. This dude put, of course, they're going to say that majority are resellers or have ties to reselling. Is that true? Do y'all feel like most of the sneaker resellers or YouTubers are resellers? Because you already know me, I just got the passion for the game. We just talking shoes, no reselling over here. So when you talk about this release, I think things are looking hopeful, man. If this is a shoe which you were looking to get your hands on, as far as the release, which these are set to drop late October, the fact that these are dropping everywhere, October 29th, I think this one may be a sneaker which people will be able to get their hands on. But we'll have to wait and see how things go down. But as far as that news, I think that's a great update. Things are looking real hopeful for the people that are actually looking to get their hands on these. So comment down below. Let me know if you guys are checking for this pair before we bounce. These sneakerheads dropped this image talking about would you cop, which essentially we got like a UNC blue black colorway of the Jordan 4, which this has never been dropped before. It's a concept, but maybe something that he's like kind of getting some engaging feedback, possibly for Jordan Brand to drop these. I don't really know, but if they were to drop these kind of got like that thunder color blocking. So I think people would approve as far as like the baby blue. Sometimes that color is a tough sell, but the fact that Jordan has the UNC connection, I think it would be a cool theme, which I think would be organic, right? I think this is something that maybe we would expect it from Jordan Brand, say to like drop back in like 06 or something like that. So for them to drop something like this, I think it would be a hit. Jordan 4s, super popular. Why not? So let me know what y'all think about that pair. JATV, drop your feedback. If you enjoyed today's update, smash the like button. And of course, I will catch you guys next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out. Love.